get a little tricky. We need to see, I think, this Talia and this Jarvan find really good angles here. Because if they can't, it was a while, it was like, okay, we've jumped. How things happen. Shadowing Strike Flash. Got a lot of damage down to the back line. Got a lot of priority. Navi jumping onto Scout. Reminder doesn't have that flash. Shadowing Strike just wide, but a fall back with that 3 Talon Strike. Crash down. Scout is dead. Top Esports got the kill on the mid lane. Shun at half HP. Winks coming on over. Trying to get behind, I think. Angle actually onto Cream. Might be a thing, but no, I just need to check my mini-map a bit better. But there it is. Shun finds the angle. Cream still got flash. Maybe forced to burn it here. Seismic Shove comes on down, and Cream decides, look, I'm holding on to the flash. That's rough, and that evens things up in mid lane nicely for Scout. So, 369. Looking for a bit of an angle forwards. Shoot coming to potentially be in a spot of bother here as the full tilt. Shattering Strike, crash down, well buffered with the fall out now coming on through as well as Hunger's just dead. JDG good punish. Now Jackie's in danger. Xiaoxu gonna have the Q3, force the flash out of Jackie Love. Well played by JDG. Gold lead beginning to go their way. Shun much better this game on the Jarvan after a really dicey early start. I think this will be secure. Grub's up in 20 seconds, but the timer here, I think, for Top Esports to start this one out. Now Phil comes on down. Scout going to eat the Hextech Storm. Ow, that one sucks.
Flash out from Shun means he doesn't have Flash Cataclysm angle, which is very powerful onto Victor at this point in the game before he gets too tanky. Cream coming over now. What's the angle from the other side? Weaver's Wall, good angle here for Scouts.
Yeah, going to try and find his angle on in. The Weaver's Wall is there. Over the Unraveled Earth goes Kanavi. Crescent Guard available, buys some time, but Pay's about to get inside the range. Good flash out from Kanavi, keeps him safe for a second. Moonlight Vigil doesn't land on Kanavi. Wink looking for an angle. Gets Audacious Charge. Stayed him away the flash on him from Xiaoxu. Wonderful pickup from the Cassante.
JDG have the better terrain, and they create some of their own as well as Scout throws the Weaver.
Denied the Shinzao pickup as a result to Kanavi, but now actually potential angle on in. They've got the ghost down, and Hung is just dead. Great invade from JDG.
JDG getting some great plays now into the enemy half of the map. Shun's Jarvan is one of his best, in my eye, to Top Esports. Cream will collect potentially a bot wave, but now he's on weak side. He needs to be careful. Xiaoxu potentially should be getting the farmers, instead taken down. JDG, credit for them, took the chunk where it's given and quickly punished.
They do. Now Pays though in danger, flashes out. Can they look for the full turret in mid lane? I don't think they got quite the damage all the wave. Well, they're going to stick around anyway.
You know what? If Jack will have a Q upgrade, I reckon he could kill that. They take the mid lane turret instead. That's a better prize. They take first turrets of the games. Top Esports will get that for defeat to strength marker. Next objective, JG will win that for them. It would have to be 2 back-to-back for Top Esports. Opening up the mid lane outer turret, very important. One of the weaknesses of Aphelios is he is really bad at just being stuck alone in mid lane. He needs people with him at all times. That's why he was always played with stuff like the Thrash, which should reposition him. He's very vulnerable in mid wave. Now with no mid lane turret, he'll be even more so.
Look, don't get me wrong. Cream dying under that turret kind of sucks. Scout actually needs to be really wary. He can't get the turret, and he's down on 10% HP. Can Cream find an angle? He's got a grounded field. Oh my god, he has to flash and ult away.
Cream, I think he could have held on to the death ray. They're just out of range. Scout pulls the ult, and Cream can't quite get himself the kill, but it was very close. Not getting the tower either keeps Scout behind.
And not to put too fine a point on it, one bot as well. That's not awful from Top Esports. Down 1,000 gold or so. But this extra turret will help keep things in range. And again, you're running a Kai'Sa, a Victor, even the Gnar to an extent. You do want a little bit of time here. Yes, the Aphelios on the other side, of course, you want to feed them as quick.
And to do when you take mid lane and one side lane turret. You move into the quadrant, which is not protected by turrets anymore. Try and put down some vision and know that you have a better angle of attack. When maybe going a bit too forwards here. This is a great spot for the Victor.
Oh, wonderful stuff. Now, Pace in danger. He doesn't have the flash from the mid lane play, so the killer instinct comes on through. Aphelios is dead.
That is a huge mistake for JDG. Again, this is textbook stuff from Top Esports. Take 2 turrets which are adjacent to each other, you move into that quadrant of the jungle, and you try and take control. They do that, and JDG disrespect them because they don't have the vision control, and they're not tanky enough. Giving the goal over to Top Esports here is a big problem. Jackalov doesn't have ult or flash now, but he's overstayed.
Now in danger, overcomes the rest of Top Esports. He just dashes away. Could Xiaoxu find an angle? No, he can't. Now they're turning it onto the potential Cassante. Goes all out on top of Kanavi inside the Cataclysm, but has got his own Crescent Guard to buy time. JDG looking for more. Shun just about alive, but 369's running at it. Gets that kill. Back like
Kanavi lives!
And Kanavi is alive. The one-man army will not be defeated by the multitudes of JDG.
Counterweight of the health of JDG should give them a fighting chance to approach the objective.
Textbook counterpunch. There we go. That's what we need to see from JDG, having a bit of a rough moment. 369 just went to Mega. I don't know how much you want to be inside a Cataclysm there, actually, with the Mega not available.
Oh,
he just knocked them all into the wall. Oh, good God, JDG, that was poor.
JDG, go on the gnaw and get Mega. 369 may well die at the end of the play, but he doesn't even do that!
He knocks on out!
999, call an ambulance, but not for him!
He's dead as well. Another kill. It's even the better kill feed. Jackie's looking for the triple.
He gets himself the Uzi flash up on the kills at the top of the screen.
Yeah, you can then Cataclysm him and walk next to the red buff wall.
Yeah, Sam,
hands checks, right? There's the difference even in linguistics, in the way that LPL players talk about League of Legends that we don't have in Western calls, where you're saying, actually,
the idioms are different, the shorthand is different, the slang is different. It does make a difference because it changes your mindset about the game.
It's like games like fights that are playable, right? Basically, the discussion about that pretty crazy, but that Intercon happening, and JDG need this fight to be playable.
So Intercon has been a thing before, but this is such a quick take with the Kai'Sa stacking up on it.
Cream gonna try and run away, gets hit by the depth charge, but the Intercon is down. 369 coming in with the mega angle. What's 369 coming on in? Can get onto Pace, who has to flash it out. So does the Scout. Talia is just not got anywhere to go. Neither does Aphelios. I fumble my words, but JDG, well, they're just fumbling the damn fight.
They missed the hook onto the Victor at the start of the fight, and it falls apart quickly after that. Victor puts down a great... They have panicked. They've floundered. And I hate seeing this version of JDG. I miss...
Understood. Towards the dragon we look. Bit of damage coming on down. Crash down. Wink is dead.
Use that flash to try and force onto Jack.
He is. Scout's now in danger. Flag and drag comes on down. 369 gets to hop away.
Bloody hell, the Victor damage!
Try and get something back onto 369, who does.
The big objective, and JDG don't end up getting the counterpunch they want. Creamham gets himself 2 extra Metro stacks. He's not unhappy with that at all.
Not bad at all. Gets away with it, and they still get to go towards the inner turret. They'll lose a dragon here, so it won't be sole point for them, but I think Dragon, for so much structural advantage, feels pretty damn good. 10,000 gold they lead now for top esports.
JDG will stop Soul Point. It's an objective bounty. It's not insignificant, I suppose. Victor, and that was his mage. This is the one which kind of was his gateway drug into the mages, really. Then came the karma and stuff afterwards. Bloody hell. Jarvan, when you're behind the game, feels awful into tankier targets. Now, if this was a burst damage Luden's Victor, I think this game would still be playable, because it's the battle mage Victor, and the Jarvan is so far behind. This is the kind of game I hate to see Victor in. See the Jarvan in. And we've seen it a couple of times from LPL. We saw it from Anyone's Legends versus BLG, I think, in Game 3. I think we saw it from one of the Invictus Gaming against Invictus Gaming at some point too. We saw it yesterday from Anyone's Legend as well. Playing Jarvan into games like this, you can't kill him.
He just takes no damage, and Wink is going to die. Cream is potentially a bit low, but gets the arcade storm off. Gets away to safety. Shoved into the wall is Xiaoshu. 369 claims the kill on his opposite number. And now in a 2v5, Top Esports can look to end the game. JDG roll the dice, and it comes up 1-1. Snake Eyes for Jing Dong Gaming.
Not so long ago, JDG was signing autographs at internationals. Now they are just signing names into the Magi's. Cream stacks it, doesn't die. A slam into the wall. And a love letter from 369 towards his old team. Top Esports on top of the series 2-0. Simply put, demolishing JDG in Beijing.
There was a time when 369 couldn't play, nah. You damn well can now. Top Esports